This is The Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Forthold School of Government and Professor Mutahi Ngonyi. Niccolo Machiavelli asked the Prince of Medici a question. He asked, "Is it better to be loved or to be feared?" And we asked Uhuru Kenyatta the same question during his first term. We submitted that Uhuru enjoyed love, but we advised him to hate love. And as Machiavelli taught us, if people love you, they control you. If people fear you, you control them. Today, Uhuru has decided to hate love. He has decided that it is better to be feared than to be loved. And the fear of Uhuru is real. It reverberates on Fridays at night. The guilty are not sleeping in their houses on Fridays anymore. Every Friday, a big fish is arrested and roasted. In fact, a minister will be arrested soon. And so we ask, is it better to be loved or feared? Or is it better to be loved and feared? Can we love and fear Uhuru at the same time? Let's ponder the question.
Yes, Uhuru has created a reign of terror every Friday. And yes, we like to see a powerful minister or two arrested on a Friday and roasted on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in a dingy committee cell without bail. But after we have humiliated them, the question in our mind is always this: what next? And for Uhuru Kenyatta, the question is this: does he want to go down in history as a catcher of thieves or as a fisher of men? A catcher of thieves thinks only of himself, but a fisher of men is a preacher of hope. He is about dreams. The carpenter from Nazareth taught us to preach dreams. He instructed us to proclaim good news to the poor, vision to the blind, healing to the wounded, and freedom to the slaves. He taught us to be fishers of men. And he taught us that you cannot fight darkness with darkness. You cannot be a fisher of men if your message is dark. We support Uhuru's fight on corruption, but we also want to tell him that it has tired the psyche of the nation.
Uhuru cannot spend an entire year of his last term fighting corruption and talking problems. We want him to talk dreams and preach hope. And yes, we know our country is rotten. In fact, it is rotten from the core and to the core. But Uhuru should tell us that we can fix it. We want him to tell us that he will fire and arrest ministers, and this will not fix corruption. However, we must not stop trying. And yes, we have mercury in our sugar. Or is it in our tomato sauce and juice? But we want him to tell us that it will be fixed. And because we are broke to a point of committing suicide, we want Uhuru to quote the words of the psalmist when he said, "Hold on, my child, for weeping may endure only for the night, but joy comes in the morning." We want Uhuru to tell us that morning is coming for Kenya. We want him to embrace the positive. A positive president is a powerful president.
Once upon a time, a son and his father were walking on the mountains. Suddenly, the son fell, hurt himself, and screamed, "Ouch!" To his surprise, he heard the voice repeat itself from the mountain, "Ouch!" Curious, he yelled back, "Who are you?" It answered back, "Who are you?" At this point, he screamed at the mountain, "I admire you." The voice answered back, "I admire you." Angered by the response, he screamed back, "Coward." He received the answer, "Coward." Now he got confused and turned to his father and asked, "What is going on?" The father smiled and then shouted, "You are a champion." And the mountain shouted back, "You are a champion." Then the father explained, "People call this an echo.
But really, this is life. It gives you back everything you say or do. Life is an echo. If Uhuru tells the country, we are corrupt, the country will send back an echo saying, we are corrupt. But if Uhuru tells the country, we can fix it, there is hope, the echo will come back saying, we can fix it, there is hope. In sum, a positive Uhuru will breed a positive Kenya.
Now, I will ask the president a few questions without legs, as my grandmother would call them. 1. I want to own a home, a big home. And then I will put my name on the gates. This is my dream as a young person. But is it true that it is part of the Big Four? If so, I am in. 2. Is it true, sir, that you dream of a day when no child shall go to bed hungry, and no mother shall cry at night because she cannot feed her young ones? Is this what food security means under the Big Four? 3. Is it true that you dream of a day when the sick shall be treated without selling their land to pay for the bills? Is this what you call universal healthcare under the Big Four? Finally, is it true that you dream of a day when the mango farmers will turn their mangoes into juice and cattle herders will turn their hide into shoes? Is this what you call manufacturing under the Big Four? With such beautiful dreams, sir, why allow the darkness of corruption to upset you? Talk to us, sir.
Martin Luther King Jr. did not tell the Africans of America that he had a plan. He told them that he had a dream. This means that he had seen something yonder in the horizon which no one else had seen. It was not a plan. It was a dream. It had no statistics. It had pictures. It had no economic theories. It only had African stories. It was a dream. It was not a plan. The carpenter from Nazareth had a dream. His dream was to proclaim good news to the poor, vision to the blind, healing to the wounded, and freedom to the slaves. But have you ever wondered why, with such a dream, the carpenter from Nazareth was crucified between two thieves? And the answer is simple. Everywhere there is a dream, there is a thief. No, everywhere there is a dream, there are actually two thieves, one on the right and one on the left. If you focus on the thieves and not the dream, you lose. Uhuru has a dream called the Big Four, but his dream has attracted two thieves, one called corruption, the other one called politics. Instead of fighting the thieves, Uhuru should focus on his dream, in my view.
Energy flows where attention goes. If attention is on the darkness of corruption, national energy will flow to a dark place. If attention is on the positive dreams of Uhuru Kenyatta, energy will flow to a positive place. And yes, we feel the president's frustration with corruption. In fact, if you have not noticed, each time Uhuru Kenyatta appears in public lately, his face has a look of a surprised man. He has alama ya mshangao on his face. And maybe this is because of things he has seen in reports on corruption. People he did not expect to be in these reports are popping up everywhere like a nonsense. If the president has acquired a permanent alama ya mshangao on his face, maybe this is why. But because Uhuru is a good man, we are inviting him to be a fisher of men and not a catcher of thieves. The carpenter from Nazareth was crucified with two thieves on both sides. If he had spent his life chasing these thieves, the world would be in a dark place. Uhuru should be a fisher of men and not a catcher of